Crypto Crayons here, back with another exclusive. I know I've been MIA. I've been working on my NFT project. I appreciate everybody's support and involvement. I'll be dropping some more videos about the Broken Crayons collection that's live on OpenSea, and I'll be explaining some more things through this channel. But I also wanted to get back in the YouTube vibes and drop something that I read a month ago and give you guys an example of the app and what's to come. So let's read this. I actually seen it on Forbes.com when I read it, but this one is on CNET Tech, and this app is actually free to download. So it says Disney's pop-up AR app for Marvel's Eternals puts actors in your living room. Disney's iOS exclusive Eternals augmented reality app is testing the waters of interactive movie tie-ins. So as we seen with 007 and James Bond and how that movie ticket thing went down, this is what I think the future of these kind of things will be. The promos will be in augmented reality via free app download that goes with the movie. We'll be able to touch the assets that we see and purchase them in some kind of VeVe fashion, where it'll link us to maybe a VeVe marketplace, and you'll be able to see, an exclusive drop or something like that. But let's continue reading. Parts of the Eternals app feel like a game that you walk through. Other parts pop out of your environment. After scanning a circular code on a movie poster with an iPhone, a preview button popped up showing a cloud of Eternals characters hovering in the air above my desk. An app download invitation followed that. Disney's AR tie-ins to its new Marvel movie Eternals is an iOS exclusive demo that aims to be for augmented reality based movie tie-ins, what virtual reality has tried for years. So that's one thing. A lot of people would always talk about VR. And I've been in augmented reality for well over 10 years now, before the Pokemon Go boom. And the developers in the augmented reality space have always known the capabilities of our devices from 10 years ago. And we were capable of doing a lot of things that we see in the VeVe app. If you followed me for a while, I've went through this story already, but I just want to show that with that sentence right there where it says reality-based movie tie-ins, what virtual reality has tried for years. That's because there's been so many things that came out in the augmented reality space and the virtual reality space come in a wave and then it disappear. And the developers in the augmented reality space always felt like, hey, this is it. Okay, this is it. Everyone's gonna adopt this now. It just never would stick. It's like, then Pokemon Go came out, and then we all were like, yes, this is it. Now everyone will know the capabilities of the phones we have, what we can do, and embrace this back to the future reality that we all had dreamed of. And then that eventually faded. But more people knew the capabilities of their phone and things like that. So a lot of people are banking on virtual reality, and I believe augmented reality, which is mixed reality, which is what we are doing in the VeVe app when we're able to place our collectibles on our desk or on our kitchen counter or something like that. So saying all that to say, I believe that with NFTs and a lot of people say putting out collections on OpenSea, Foundation, or Nifty Gateway and things like that, I believe that this trend is happening where after the embrace of NFTs, people will take those NFTs and try to insert them into some kind of augmented reality fashion and in search of a utility. So I believe I think we could create a timeline where there's gonna be the adoption of NFTs, then there's gonna be a wave of meshing those NFTs into augmented reality, as we see already if you're kind of tight to the space, to the development and unfolding of this NFT space, you can kind of already see it happening. So I think that after that wave hits and people get into augmented reality, I think that will be another boost in the whole understanding of what kind of powerhouse VeVe actually is and what they're doing. So let's continue reading. All right, so after scanning the circular code on a poster, okay, I read that. The 10-minute app I tried at home doesn't do a ton. It's more of a walk-around diorama of characters from the film along with their origin stories. The interesting part comes when one character, Sprite, played by Leah, seems to beam into my home walking around and talking. There have already been AR apps using volumetrically captured 3D avatars of people looking like holograms, but Disney's Marvel Studios thinks it's nailed a way of realistically showing this through phones, perhaps for uses beyond mobile movie ads. So we could go into this.
I'm about to share with you a secret. Not just any secret. The secret of the Eternals. I'm Sprite. The story of humanity is not as you know it.
We were sent to guide you. We have always been here.
Get out of here, it's a deviant!
I actually dived into the game myself, but let's read this. We're actually applying a lot of our theme park experience in building this attraction, says Mark Mine, Marvel Studios Director of Technology Innovation via Zoom. We're thinking of it more as an attraction. You can ride through the attraction and you're allowed to get out of the ride vehicle. Beyond the holographic type interactive parts, there's a part where something seems to break through into the space you scanned, an AR trick that I've seen before. There's an attempt at the interface to guide moving around in AR. Some glowing spots on the floor and instructions for me to step into certain zones remind me of how early VR apps guided people to understand interfaces. Imagine being able to take assets from one of your up-and-coming films and have them interact with an already pre-rehearsed stunt show, or meet and greets, or have those characters follow you from the park home. I think there's no end of applications. We're definitely looking at it. So just imagine all of that type of stuff that they explained at the end, and think of VeVe. Think of the future of VeVe. Think of us purchasing these assets before this kind of world is rolled out already. I mean, it's here right now for free download and it's accessible, but I feel like the knowledge of augmented reality, the knowledge of the power of our actual phones and what they can do, as that knowledge spreads, I feel like there will be an embrace of the augmented reality technology. We'll go into this AR world, and then backtracking, we'll be able to look back and say, hey, we were purchasing the collectible versions of these assets, because if all of these IP licensed assets are accessible via free download apps and immersive brand related experiences, then I think it will actually paint the picture of why the ones that we have in the VeVe app is actually collectible. That's if these companies don't collide with VeVe. But if we look at how the James Bond film was rolled out, imagine going through this world and being able to tap on one of these assets and purchase them, and it'll take you right to a secondary marketplace like VeVe. So yeah, let's jump into me actually demoing it in my living room.
See that glowing circle on the floor?
Okay, let's test this out.
Stay where you are. I'm about to show you something that will blow your tiny human mind. Took you long enough? I'm Sprite. Nice place. So, what's your name?
Broken crayons, crypto crayons. What's your name?
Another global earthquake.
That's your name?
They're getting worse. You thought Thanos was bad? I have a feeling whatever's happening here is way, way worse.
Anyway, you must be one of the curious humans. Good, because I'm about to share with you a secret. But not just any secret. The secret of the Eternals. The story of humanity is not as you know it. And I would know, because that's what I do. Tell stories, cast illusions. You know, Homer, Scheherazade, Shakespeare. They all learn from me. You call them great storytellers. I call them copycats.
Go on. Take a closer look to see who we are. We already know as Eternals from mythology. Icarus, Gilgamesh, Athena. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Who are
VeVe
we?
is just the tip of the iceberg.
Take a look above you. We are immortal beings from a planet.
Right
called
now, I'm
Olympia.
just moving my
You can just
iPad.
call us Eternals. The one in the front is Aja, our leader. We would have died off long ago without her healing powers. She's the only one with a direct line to the Celestials. And that's our starship. It brought us here 7,000 years ago to protect humanity from apex predators called deviants. What are deviants? Let me take you back to ancient Mesopotamia. This is your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
No, my
And he's had better
great-grandfather.
days. But lucky for him, that's when we showed up.
I think that's my great-grandfather.
The quick one is Makari. Well, actually, quick is a bit of an understatement. She's
Wow.
faster than the speed of sound.
So I'm
Want to know
walking.
more?
I
I've
could
let
literally
him
step
say my
into this
favorite
bubble
spots.
and a whole nother world
If you
comes
stay
up.
put, the story will
This is
continue.
what
If
AR
you step
portals
off to
are.
explore, it'll pause till you come back. It's totally up to you. Being deaf herself, Makari actually introduced
gotta download this
sign
app.
language to humanity. How cool is that?
Like I'm gonna walk towards it, and then I'm inside of this other portal. Look at the realistic hair strands. Like this is how far we're going with VeVe and augmented reality. We are only in the beginning. This is from Marvel.
Where'd you go? I've got lots more to show you. Meet me back at the beam of light.
And then it reads, I could walk all around, but it reads when I step back on this beam of light. And then it starts. It's like, wait here. What's your name?
The sharpshooter is Kingo. He's a total show-off, but he's got the goods to back it up. Don't tell him I said that.
Look how real this looks. If I go
Step near
close to
Kingo
the
to take
face,
aim using his blasts.
and I'll walk over here.
When we went into hiding, Kingo became a Bollywood movie star. We all found ways to keep ourselves busy pretending to be human. Oh, you like this one, huh? Don't forget, there's more to see. Look for the beam of light so we can keep going. This is Druid. He has a very unique power, one that's allowed us to operate from the shadows. Unlike, say, the Avengers, who love the limelight.
Then I could walk over here to
Go
him.
stand in front of that Mesopotamian man to see what it's like to have your mind wiped by Druid.
So you go inside of him, see how it's built.
Yes, he just made those people forget what they saw. Turns out being able to control minds comes in handy.
I could duck down, look up. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys check that out on your own, but I just want to give you an example. And then let's jump into how far Marvel has actually came. If you're new to this channel, you know, I speak a lot about how long I've been into augmented reality and interested into augmented reality. So I remember playing with a lot of these apps many years ago. So I'm gonna jump into something from Forbes where they were describing, the release of how they were gonna expand on comic books and dive into this whole digital space with augmented reality and how they had animated characters and things like that. So listen to the things that they're saying and think of VeVe, because we're now nearly 10 years past this video that I'm going to show you. We're nearly 10 years And now look at what we're able to do with the NFTs. Listen to how they talk about marketing, using this for marketing. And you can see how VeVe will be incorporated in a lot of this stuff. And with people finally embracing augmented reality as a utility for NFTs, once that happens, I think that's going to be the push towards a lot of people understanding what VeVe is.
You're kidding me. What? Oh, come on.
Marvel was very quick to embrace digital technology because we saw what an incredible tool it could be to reach new readers. We viewed it as a new newsstand. And it can very well be the game changer for a medium, a way to get the impulse buy that's not always easy to get these days. So you know, what you're looking at here is we view printed comics and digital comics as being complements, not competitors. And we've taken great pains to make sure that we keep that balance going. We need print comics to survive. By the same token, we have to be aware of the future. We have to be aware of this new technology. We can't be afraid of it.
We are leveraging the power of these devices, the richness of the colors, the storytelling, and we're going to keep innovating on that. And that's what's exciting. We're bringing in a new group of readers, and that's what's also exciting because it allows us to expand our footprint.
And as you think about the business, how do you hope this will enhance the business, help build things out?
It's a different type of reader. I mean, some people, they just want that printed piece on their shelf. Some people say, I'll do a little digital in there too. And some people say, no, I only want digital. Ideally, you get all of it. Print, digital, that's the holy grail for us. And that's not a financial comment, that's just a fact. We think it's the best experience for people that want to enjoy our work.
Marvel's been at the forefront of publishing because we seize upon new innovations, and you know, obviously this rapidly changing technology is such that we have to be ready to adapt on a dime. I have every confidence that the stuff we've unveiled at South by Southwest that drew oohs and ahs, that a year from now, 2 years from now, we'll be looking back at that laughing and saying, that looks so corny. And that's a great thing, that's not a bad thing. So, you know, the future's limitless.